Okay, you would not believe what I just went through trying to get YouTube to take my videos. So, my name is Krista, and I have been wanting to do a series on microdermabrasion, microderming, lasers, scrubbing, and what works and what doesn't. Just to give a background, I have scarring left over from adult acute acne that affected my body hormonally years ago. And I was doing some research and I found nothing. Everybody would start something and then people would be like, does it work? Did you get it to happen? What happened? And nobody would respond to anything. And so I've been doing a journey with derma rolling, and for the last 2.5 years I've been doing mild skin peels. And I just really feel like there's so much information that I do have just from hands-on experience and trying to repair my skin that I may be able to offer to others. So let me start first by saying you'll see in the background blotches on my walls, stuff like that. We're getting some work done on our home, and so the contractors that have come in, they're really doing their very best, but I'm just letting you know it's going to be changing over the next couple weeks. This whole wall wasn't here 3 weeks ago, so as you're going through the journey with me, just be prepared to see different walls. Okay, so let me first, by getting this going, let me go ahead and just show the scarring so that you understand what I'm trying to get rid of and fade away. The restoration process that I'm going through happens to be on this side. I have one small little active pimple right through here, just a small one though, nothing like it used to be. And you can see there's a rolling of the skin. And then let me try to get this in the light. So I have just a little bit of a toning lipstick, so just a color to my lips, and that's all. But as I'm turning here, I'm sure you can see the scarring. Okay, and so that is what I've been working on and trying to fade as far as scarring goes. And it's the results that I have gone through. A lot of people say, does derma roller work? Let me just first say, yes, it does. However, there are protocols that you have to go through to make it work. First off, let's just unleash the whole purpose of derma rolling. A lot of people see derma rolling as creating this bloody, nasty mess and watching things come to pass and heal. That's not what I found for it to be. Derma rolling is a way of causing an injury, a small injury, a small hole to the skin for absorbency purposes. And a lot of people go overboard and they do back and forth and crazy to their skin, and then their face is all red and they're like, I'm healing. It's not necessary. It's really not. If you are a doctor and you want to do that to a patient, then you go for that. However, if you do not have doctrinal skills, then you just better back off somebody else's skin, because you can rupture and harm a person by doing it too much or not enough. So we won't even tap into that, because like I mentioned in the previous video, I'm a stay-at-home mother. I went through these things fearfully with the Lord on an everyday basis, trying to find what works and what doesn't. And so I'm not a doctor, however, I have hands-on experience as to what does show good effects, okay? And my skin now is 70-something% better than what it was. Okay, so when you're doing the microderming, you have many different types of rollers. I recommend using the titanium only because it's easier to sterilize. However, I have noticed that certain times there are bendings that happens to these little needles, and so you will need to replace them. A lot of people do not. They just keep using them. I recommend replacing them every 6 months, okay? Or if you start seeing like the little needles bending, it's time. So, okay. The difference in the needles, this is for really making a puncturing area. Really breaking the skin. The skin has many cells that come together and build this retaining wall. And then this derma roller comes around and breaks apart those walls, but then the skin naturally comes back together and heals again. The skin has a memory. And so when you are breaking open the skin, that gives you an opportunity to take your favorite serums or peels, whatever it is. Serious C, the C potion and resurfacing, I find it really good. I love the way it makes my skin feel for cleansing. The Kenerace, the Wrinkle Repair Day and Night Cream, awesome. One more here. I'm just leaning over here to grab it. Here it is. Here we are. The Clarins, I really like it. I mean, I use this. But I used to do damage thinking that I was going to help and do it faster, and that's not the mentality. And I'm just warning anybody out there that's really desperate for a change in your skin, listen to me, do not scrub your face. Your face is so delicate. Let me save you some hurts. If you get the strongest peel, it's not going to do any good if it's just affecting the outer layer of the skin. Do not scrub your face because you will set scars in. So I'm just warning you. So this would be used to break off all those, break apart that retaining wall, to put the sealer into it for it to go back together and then recreate skin out here. Now, like I said, this is like seriously, this is so much better than what it used to be. It used to be so bad, I would have boils, God forbid anymore, but it was horrible. So this is the Big Daddy. Okay, we'll call this the Big Daddy of all rollers. Okay, now this is my buddy. Okay, this is for those little lines go across your lip, the little crease lines from laughing, the little laugh lines up here, crow's feet, the little line you get here from staring at the sun too much. Okay, this is what that is for. If you're going to go down your neckline and put some moisturizer, this would be the one to use. Okay, always keep them sterilized. Cleanliness is the key. Okay, so alcohol, your friend. Okay, I know that a lot of people say, you shouldn't use alcohol on your skin and this and that. Well, I don't believe that, because I know that alcohol kills off bad bacteria and it cleans thoroughly. Okay, so I'm using this as an opportunity to just let you know some of the products. I told you these skincare products that I really like. And another thing, I made a mistake of doing it too often in the past. Every 3 days, okay? And I wish I could show you, like, seriously, my skin is so much better. I'm telling you, there is hope of getting rid of scarring. My skin was so bad. I mean, seriously, it was so bad. And I would put makeup on, and it would just make these waves across my cheeks. Now, the areas that I work on and will be working on are right here on my cheeks, okay? My goal is to not have to wear makeup unless I want to. So keep a space in between your rebuilding process. Give your skin 3 days. 3 days is a rebuilding process time. When you will see, like the way I do it, I'm not causing severe injuries. I'm opening up that retaining wall to put in a good fill, and then I'm closing that wall naturally by it healing itself. And that's the best way I can explain it, is open up that retaining wall, okay? Because your skin is a protector of what's inside. And so you open that wall and then you close it. So you're doing just enough of the opening to say, hey, receive the serum because you need this to heal. Hey, receive this. This vitamin C is going to help you rebuild. And when you do that, then it naturally closes in those good minerals, those good nutrients, and then it makes a solid wall, but it's a real smooth surface versus those surfaces that are all bumpy and scarred up. Now, I had ice pick scarring in the past, and there's probably that one person that's saying, what about ice picks? Okay, they are curable also. Okay, I had them through here. I used to poke at my skin when I had those big boils and try to pop them. It was horrible. I'm serious. I'm sorry if you're going through that, but there is a cure. Okay, so for one, healthy eating. For two, water. For three, ask God to help you. Jesus is right there to answer. You just got to ask. And I did do peels to clear up a lot of the acne because it killed off that bad bacteria. You may have to get you a TCA 100% peel, dilute it down to a 10%. If you cannot dilute it yourself and you do not trust your own actions, then you need to order it as a 10% peel. Just by applying it only to the sores, or tea tree oil / alcohol will also work. It destroys those bacteria properties. But do not cover your whole face in acid. Do not. Just by applying just to that one area, it's going to burn for a couple minutes. You'll have to do this, but it eats that bacteria. And then you start rinsing it, and you keep it clean with alcohol. Let it dry out. Let it fall off. Stress, you have to stop it. Stress is a key cause of acne. Stress is horrible for our bodies. I notice when I get stressed, like I was trying to get this camera to work, and I couldn't for like the last 2 days. My daughter, thank you, Anna, was able to get it fixed for me. But I can tell when I stress, I get these circles right here. You know? I mean, our bodies are affected by stress, and so you have to cut the stress. And, okay, so we've talked about that. Cleanliness, we've talked about that. Just to touch on these, you have to sterilize these and keep these clean. I mean, I will take it and run it through alcohol after I've rinsed it and let it air dry, and then I will sterilize it before I use it. And if you have any broken out areas, I do believe I already mentioned it in the other video, but say I have a small sore right here, and I'm doing rolling or whatever, and I stop on that side because I've had this one area, I want to go ahead and rinse this and sterilize it before I start on this side, because you don't want to transfer bacteria to the other side of the face, okay? So I hope that any of this, while we're going through this journey and I'm doing some breaking down of the strong walls and adding some nutrients in to help heal up, I will also be doing some makeup tips. That's another thing, makeup. I do Derma Blend because it's the only makeup I've been able to use that does not break me out. I used to put on a full mask, okay? And today, instead of doing, I have an appointment today, and so I will not be able to do the actual roller blending and derma rolling until I get home tonight, but I will. Today I'm actually going to just show you the routine that I have for putting on makeup. It really does help to not cake it on. And so I sprayed my hands with alcohol, and I'm going to apply some gloves. I seriously do recommend that you reconsider your makeup, even if you spend a little bit more on just the foundation. It seriously helps, okay? I always go through and this is Wrinkle Eraser by Dr. Lewin Ken Erase, and this is really good. Just taking a small little part of it. I'm going to try to keep this organized. Okay, and then just I add it to like under my eyes, above my eyes, my forehead, and as you can see, I'm blotting. I'm not rubbing, I am blotting. Do not rub and pull on your tissues of your skin. They are cells and they do strain, so don't do it. Okay, so this is my skincare routine. I don't wear makeup all the time because I find that it does break my skin out even whenever I don't wear it all the time. I make my own blending. I have a bunch of Derma blends that I picked up. I think it was like $22 from the store. I actually have that one and then this one, and I mix it and blend it together with my own coloring so that I have the proper coloring because I have a different color. So I'm just going to add a little through this area because this is the area right here and this is the area right here that I really need the extra coverage in. Now I will tell you that if you have really bad scarring the way I used to have, you're going to have to do layers in order to get that smooth finished look, okay? And I'm just going to use the rest just to put across there. And now I have my brush. Now my daughter told me that Lancome had a brush. She said, "Mom, your makeup's too cakey, you need a Lancome brush." And I was like, "Oh, come on." She's like, "Yeah, get it." It seriously helps. So they're about 15 bucks on eBay, brand new, if you find a good sale. I recommend getting one because seriously, watch this. Okay, so I'm just going through here. And I know that this is just makeup, okay? And we will start definitely on the process. I did actually some derma blending, some roller blending yesterday. I say blending. Some derma rolling yesterday. No, 2 days ago, and I couldn't get the camera to work. So I will come back and do another one tomorrow or tonight. Later tonight would be the time up that I can do it. Okay? And don't use these brushes near your mouth. I mean, it's just, you have so much bacteria that's around your mouth, even though we try to keep our mouths clean, but there's just only so much you can do. Okay, so and you're not going to get a flawless look when you are dealing with scarring unless you do layers. So I'm just going to let this dry for a minute, and while we're taking this moment to let it dry, I simply want to say I really appreciate you going on this journey with me. And to anybody that's had scarring or has scarring or acne, I'm so sorry. I know what it feels like, and it used to be so devastating, and it's, like I said, it's gotten so much better, but it used to be so devastating. I had never had a zit in my life, and then to have what I had happen, it was just like so, and people were so cruel. Okay, so I'm just going to pull my skin up like this. And a tip that I had from somebody who was a makeup artist, actually, they said if you take the spun wedges and you break them in half, that little textured part, if you have any ice picks, will fill that scarring area for you. So just to pass that on to you as a tidbit. Now, do you see the difference already in my skin? Okay. Okay, so I'm going to get real close here and turn. And you see this area right through here? This is where I've been doing a lot of the rolling. I'm telling you, this was so cakey and bad. This is so much better than what it was. And I still have a lot of area through here that I want to get straightened out, and that's where I've been doing the rolling. But if you notice, like, this is like baby butt skin. You can really see it if I go like this. I'm sharing a part of my life with you all that I don't share with just anybody. See? I'm going to try to bend down. And you can see that this side isn't near as scarred up as this one. Okay? So, I've been going through and sharing this. And okay. Okay, so I'm going to add just another layer right through here. I'm not going to go cakey with it though, so always blot this back off to where you're not going to put too much on. Okay, and I'm just going to pull the skin back just a little, and I'm just going to do a heavier blotting right through here. But I don't want to go overboard and make it to where it's so cakey that it's not even believable that I'm not wearing makeup, you know, because I don't like that fake look. I just don't. I like that real beautiful, relaxed, I'm just barely wearing any makeup and having a good time look. And that's just my personality, so that's what I would like to maintain. Okay, and I'm going to kind of drop over my... Now, I do not go through this regimen on a daily basis. Like I said, I am a stay-at-home mama, and so I'm very fortunate to not have to get out into the workplace. I used to work, however, I'm a mother of 4 now, 16, 14, 9, and 3 months, and 2 fur babies. So, okay. Now, a lot of people like to go through and add blush and tints to their skin, and I think that's great if you like to do that. However, the darker this gets, the more noticeable it is. Okay? And so what I tend to do, and I'm just trying to keep this clean as I go, so you will have to blend your own color, because there will be certain areas that you may need lighter and certain areas you may be darker in. So, excuse me. This is the area that I have for around my eyes, and I have a lighter tone for this, okay? I really like that I can blend the colors, the lighter or darker that I need them to be, because I really feel like our skins are different colors in different areas, and so it's really important that we allow for that in our makeup, because my daughter said it best, and I really agree with her. She said, when I do my makeup, or when someone does their makeup, it's like they're an artist. They're creating. They're their own canvas. And I know that that's all of our goals, right? Is to be a good, clean canvas and to be beautiful the way we want to be and not feel as if we have a bunch to hide, okay? So, I have these minerals. It's called 24/7, and it's a coral. And I really like it because it gives just that pop. Now, I don't just use that. I take the Derma Professional sealing powder, setting powder, and I mix it with just a tad bit of the coral, okay? Because it just gives that hint of blush. And first I start over my eye, and then I just tap. And I'm going to also do a video of color contouring, because that really helps. You don't want to do it all the time though, because it will clog pores if you do it too much. But I have learned some tricks throughout this journey to really help. And always go along your side of your jawline to give that real nice finished look. Okay? Now, I still have some scarring that's showing right through here. But isn't that like so much better? I mean, seriously? So, let me see here. You know the basics on applying the eyeliner and everything like that, but that is how I kind of just tend to do my makeup when I go out or when I have something to do. And I don't do like a huge big thing because I like more of the natural look. I've caked on makeup for years, and now I just kind of want to not have to wear it. So I will, since I know how now to do this, I will be doing videos periodically of the progress of derma rolling. So this is the key of what I'm trying to say. I have this little hair that's bothering me. Okay. I will be doing videos to let you see the progress, and just to make it clear and very right now open, yes, derma rolling works, but there's a way to do it. And so with everything that works, there's a progress. And so you have to have that understanding in order to be able to appreciate the work later. Yeah, just to add the rest of it on. I would really love if somebody wants to get a derma roller, go through the progress with me. I wish I could upload some pictures. I did show you the scarring that I have left, the pictures that are probably at the other links. So I would really like for someone else to go through this with me. I've made it very clear it does work. However, you have to use wisdom while working it. So let me see here. I think that's pretty much it. You've seen me put the makeup on. You've heard me tell basically a testimony of how exactly this all came to place with me. I am trying for getting rid of premature aging. I should not have the scarring on my cheeks that I do have. But I will tell you, it has improved like drastically. And if somebody else has problems with scarring, I'm sorry. Like I said before, I totally understand that. It's just, but I will tell you, it can be broken down. The skin can be broken down and can be restored. If you have any questions, please post them. Bear with me because I am really new at this, and I'm really just trying to be a help to somebody. I just don't want to waste this experience, and technology makes it to where if you're going through something, you can help others, you can share it. And I just don't want to waste this opportunity. If someone else is going through this, it's not the end of the world. You don't have to just call it quits and say, well, I'm scarred now, I'm useless. That's not the way it is. You can heal. A scar is a reminder that there was once something that was a sickness that has been restored and healed. And so just count this as an opportunity for you to learn, go through, gain information, and be of an assistance to help someone else while they're going through the journey that you have passed, okay? I just hate the fact that I realize now how shallow I really was at one point. And I know a lot of people think I'm nuts when I say this, but if I had the opportunity to pass up the information that God taught me to never have the scars, I wouldn't take it. Because I learned so much about who I am and what I felt and what I thought and how people are, how people treat people. I learned so much about what I did not want to be. And so for me to go through this, it was an experience. And so just hold on and just wait, because you're going to start seeing the changes that have been taking place. I do what works, and it does not destroy me. It does not tear me apart. It's healing me. And it's not hundreds and thousands of dollars to do. I have spent about $7,000 in the last 8 to 9 years on my skin to no avail. Nothing show forth besides frustration and sadness. And when I found these derma rollers, I didn't do the way they told me to do it. I know, but I didn't, because I realized it was causing too much of a damage to my skin, and I didn't like the way it hurt and it felt. You will notice the way I use the rollers. I don't go up and down and sideways and vertical. I go straight across. It's real simple. It's the application after you apply the damage to the skin. It's the application that it gets to absorb that causes the change and the healing. So God created our bodies to naturally know what to do to heal. And if we will use that information to help ourselves and not hurt ourselves, you will definitely see a change. So I look forward to seeing you all next time. Sorry it was so long-winded, and again, please just realize I'm new at this. So we'll get there healing together. Okay, have a good day. Happy New Year.